Chapter 6. Setting Goals. Well, who doesn't want to live his or her best life? The thing that you should focus on is what best means to you and how you plan on achieving it. If you have ever watched the Oprah Winfrey Show, then you have heard her talking about the best life all the time. However, what is the first step in this process? It is essential that you realize that there is a process, and the goal setting is just a part of it. For instance, you have put in considerable time and effort for figuring out your ideal goal, but then your attitude towards everything in general is negative. Achieving your goal would be quite difficult. It isn't just about what we know, but it is also about what we practice. Keep a simple thing in mind before learning about setting goals. Do not worry for even a minute if your objective seems irrational to others. It doesn't matter. Well, if it doesn't scare you a little, it isn't worth doing. Also, the crazy ideas are the ones that can revolutionize the world. Here are certain things that you should keep in mind while setting goals for yourself. Always start with the ideal situation. Here's your chance to dream. Imagine that you have a blank slate and you get to decide who you can be and what you want to do. Don't worry about the obstacles immediately, just start with your dreams. There may be various things that you want to do in your life. Start with the possibilities and then you can move into the practicality of your idea. Yes, don't worry about the bills, the mortgages, or other burdens while dreaming. Think about the ideal version of you, and then you will have to think of how you can make it a reality. Always write down your goals. When you start writing down your goals, you will start seeing the direction you want to head in, and this makes the process of decision-making quite simple. This might sound old school, but writing down your goals is very helpful. People usually like keeping everything in their brain instead of writing it down. When you write something down, it provides a sense of clarity. Once you have written your goal or goals down, you should place that paper in a place where you will see it daily. Place a copy of it in your refrigerator or the mirror. This will act as a reminder and will encourage you to think about your goal. This form of repeated exposure helps in focusing your conscious and subconscious mind on what you want to achieve. Determine its importance. You need to be clear when it comes to setting your goals. Why is the goal essential for you? Is it important because your family wants you to do it, or because you want to? Your goals shouldn't be the should-be ones. Well, there are plenty of things that you should be doing according to others and the society that we live in. Instead, think about the things that you want to do. For instance, your goal is to lose weight. Now, why is this important to you? Will you take the necessary steps and make the sacrifices required to attain this goal? We often have to make difficult choices while setting goals. That is part of the process, so you will need to prioritize. The primary question that you should be able to answer is whether you will feel a sense of achievement when you achieve the goal or not. For instance, you might have the goal to become the best business in your niche market. But if you want to stay connected to your child and coach your child's softball team, achieving your business goal might or might not leave you feeling satisfied. Yes, you do have to consider such questions, even if they seem tough. So sit down and start brainstorming for ideas. Don't worry about what you are writing. Just write everything down that pops into your mind. Here are a couple questions that you can ask yourself for figuring out what matters the most to you. What would I do if I only have 6 months left to live? What would I do if I never had to worry about my finances? What would I do if I knew that I would never fail? Once you've answered these questions, sleep on it for 24 hours. Come back after a day and see how you feel about the things that you have written down. Whatever still makes sense to you should be left as it is, and now you have a goal to work towards. Your goals should add some meaning to your life. Your goals should never be vague. A vague goal can derail you faster than anything else. If you want to become a better basketball player, exercise frequently, or become a better leader, then your goal needs to be certain. Announce your goal and be honest with yourself about whether it lends a sense of clarity or not. Once your goal is clear, then you need to make sure that it is something that you care about and not what others around you care about. Many goals might seem specific, but they in fact are quite vague. For instance, a goal that says getting in shape doesn't make specific if you want to lower your cholesterol levels, reduce weight, improve your stamina, or run a marathon. Getting in shape is vague. Instead, a goal that says, I want to lose 15 pounds in 3 months is a specific goal. Building business is an example of a vague goal along with spending more time with friends. The more uncertain your goal sounds, the more likely it is that you will abandon it. A specific goal will provide you with a sense of purpose. Prioritize and pursue your goal. It is very likely that you will have plenty of important things in your life. So make a list of all your goals and then select the 3 most important goals from that list. These 3 would make up your Tier 1 goals, the ones that have the potential of altering your life drastically. They aren't necessarily the goals that will help you in minting money or earning you fame, but they are the goals that will lend some meaning to your life. These goals can be big or small and could be something like changing your profession, completing your college, or paying off your student loans. The only condition is that the goals mentioned in Tier 1 should be of some significance to you. Setting a target date. This is one of the toughest steps, but you need to do it. Listing down a specific goal is just one step, but that doesn't mean anything if you don't create a deadline for yourself. For instance, a goal that says, I want to lose 15 pounds is a specific goal, but something that says, I want to lose 15 pounds within 3 months makes your goal seem actionable. It gives you a target to work with. When you don't set a deadline for yourself, it is very likely that you will end up procrastinating. Procrastinating is a fundamental human tendency, and without a target, you wouldn't achieve your target. And not just that, having a target also allows you to measure your progress and adjust the pace at which you are going. Taking small steps. You don't need to do everything at once. Take it slow and steady. Once you have managed to finalize on a goal that is not just important to you, but excites you as well, the next step is to start taking small steps that will help you in achieving your goal. Stay away from all the strategies that advocate all or nothing. For instance, you want to start your own business, then a simple step that you can take is registering your domain name or even ordering business cards. One small step a day can help you in achieving excellent results. Achieving your goals is a process and not magic, so it does take a while. You can create a one-step-a-day rule for yourself. This means that every day you will be doing something, regardless of how small or significant it is, that will help you in achieving your goals. However, give yourself a couple of off days as well. There are bound to be some days in which you haven't managed to do anything, or you honestly didn't have the time to do anything. It's okay, and don't be too hard on yourself. Every day offers you a new opportunity, so go ahead and grab it. Less is more. The more goals that you have, the less time and energy you will have at your disposal for each one. So it would be wise to limit the number of goals that you have set for yourself. One single goal would be great because it means that you will be able to dedicate all your time, energy, and focus toward that one goal. Every aspect of your life, like health, career, education, and so on, can be goal-oriented, but you will indeed be spreading yourself too thin if you try this approach. Try working on one goal before moving on to the next one. This is the best way in which you can achieve success. Make a to-do list. Making a to-do list is quite helpful. Take a sheet of paper and list down all the things that you have to do on that particular day. You can either do this as soon as you wake up in the morning, or you can make your to-do list on the previous night before going to bed. So when you wake up in the morning, you will have a sense of direction, and you will know what needs to be accomplished by the end of the day. A to-do list also helps in relieving your anxiety about a particular task. A to-do list is convenient, and it will help in making sure that you don't forget anything. For instance, if you have got to spend about 3 hours attending meetings and have got 8 hours of work after that, then it is unlikely that you will be able to get everything done. A to-do list will merely tell you the number of things that you will need to get done, but it won't tell you the number of hours you've got for completing those tasks. If you want your to-do list to be of some value, then you will need to make sure that you have allocated your time for different things. When you have assigned your time for various tasks, then you will realize the tasks that are feasible and the ones that aren't. By doing this, you will be able to prioritize your day and get started with the tasks that are a priority and leave the rest for later. Setting goals will not do you any good if you don't monitor your progress. Keep an eye on your performance and see what you have done so far in the day. If you feel that you're lagging behind, then you can tweak your goals in such a way that you will be able to get done with your work. Option to go public or staying private. Well, do you want to tell others about the goals you have set for yourself? The answer to this question depends on whether the added pressure will help you or just hinder your progress. When you start telling others about your goals, you start making yourself accountable to others, and this can help you in achieving your goals. But it certainly doesn't make the process more enjoyable. If you like working on your own and you like keeping things to yourself, then you don't have to announce your goals to the rest of the world. Plan of action. Once you have decided the goal for yourself, you will need a plan of action that will help you in achieving that goal. A goal without a plan of action will not get you too far. It is all well and good that you have set a goal for yourself, but what good is that goal if you don't know how to achieve it? You don't need to know all the steps beforehand, but you certainly should know the step that you should be taking at present to bring yourself a bit closer to your goal. Spend some time and create a plan of action for yourself. Learn to plan your day so that you are making the most efficient use of the time that's available to you. Adjust and adapt. You can indeed have a specific goal for yourself, and you would have created a strategy for yourself that will allow you to achieve the goal you'd want. Well, your approach should allow for changes and adjustments. At times, you will have to reevaluate plans, retrace your steps, and overcome certain obstacles that you couldn't foresee. All these things will take up extra time and might delay the attainment of your goals. So, leave some space in your plans for adjustments and adaptations. Make use of the different steps mentioned in this chapter for achieving your goals. When you are setting goals for yourself, make sure that the goals are realistic and attainable. You will be setting yourself up for failure if you set unrealistic goals. This will increase the negative feelings, and you will ultimately succumb to procrastination.